Okay, so let's continue with the discussion. So whether MCQ have been given, then you can go for this approach. But this approach has a disadvantage that for all the cases it is not suitable. Okay, because if the number is odd, then it's a problem. If the number is odd, then it's a problem, because then it will come into points fashion. So point is not applicable. Okay, so in that case you will have to go for this general options. Okay, clear? Because when you will divide, if it is 3, suppose 8 greater than 3, then it is difficult for you to divide. Okay, because 8 is,
আর একটা পয়েন্ট দিয়ে এক্সাম্পল দেখাবেন
পয়েন্ট দিয়ে এক্সাম্পল
এক্সিট এর পয়েন্ট
হ্যাঁ তোমরা করো, তোমরা পয়েন্ট দিয়ে দেখো যে 9 সাপোজ পয়েন্ট দিয়ে দেয় না এখানে এক্সাম্পল। পয়েন্ট কেন হবে? ইটস নট গিভেন ইন পয়েন্ট। আই এম টকিং অ্যাবাউট
না স্যার আমি বলছিলাম স্যার রেজাল্টের পয়েন্টে আসবে
না, পয়েন্টে আসবে না, ওটাই তো বলছি। দ্য রেজাল্ট ক্যান নট বি ইন ডেসিমাল ফর্ম। রেজাল্ট কি করে ডেসিমাল ফর্ম হয়? 0 1 1 0 কোনো পয়েন্টে আসে নাকি? So it is always in decimal form. So if 8 greater than 3, that means if 8 right shift 3, so then it is difficult for you to divide the 8 3 times by 3 by 2. Okay, you have to divide the 8 3 times by 2. So check it out. Suppose right shift 3 times. Right shift 3 times. তা কত আসবে? Right shift 3 times means 1. This is 1. This becomes 0. This becomes 0. And in the second shift, this becomes 1. This is the right shift 3 times. Right? Is it correct? Right shift 3 times. 1. First shift, second shift. No, this is 1. Right? Right shift 3 times. So this becomes what? This becomes what? 2 to the power 0. 2 to the power 0 means what? It is also 1. So output should be 1. So it is also 1. So divide the 8 3 times by 2. Divide the 8 3 times by 2. So instead of 2 times, it should be 3 times by 2. 3 times by 2. That is shortcut. Okay. So first divide 8 by 2, 4. Then again divide 4 by 2, 2. Then again divide 2 by 2. It is 1. Okay. Clear? বুঝতে পারলে?
আরেকবার বলুন স্যার মেথডটা কি বললাম?
Shortcut technique. So 8 greater than 3. Okay. So if you will perform 8 greater than 3, that means you will divide this. The shortcut technique tells that divide the 8 3 times by 2. Divide the 8 3 times by the help of number 2. So first time the 8 will be divided by 2. What will the output? First time the 8 will be divided by 2. What will the output? 4. Second time the 8 will be divided by 2. What will the output? 2. Third time that 2 will be divided by 2. What will the output? 1. So 1 will be your output. So if you will do the same shifting operation graphically here, it will also give 1. Clear? So we will check it out whether it is correctly giving it or not. Okay, understood? But problem is facing when it will give a odd number for you. Then you cannot divide it in by the help of 2. So in such cases, it will be better if the odd number has been given to you. Generally, odd number it does not give because you cannot apply a shortcut. But if it is given to you, then you will have to follow this approach only, this graphical approach. There is no other shortcut has been showing there. Okay, বুঝতে পারলে? shortcut করা যাবে না if odd number has been given to you. Understood? Clear? বুঝতে পারলে?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go. So please practice this operator, okay, at your home. It will give some questions. Okay. Now the next operator is the assignment operator. Assignment operator, we have already done this assignment operator. Equal to assignment operator is always right to left. Is precedency or is association is always right to left. And the other operators that we have learned, that is this arithmetic operator, logical operators, all operators are left to right precedency. What do you mean by right to left and left to right? Right to left means, check this example, c equal to a plus b. তুমি এই এক্সাম্পলটা ক্যালকুলেট করা কোথা থেকে শুরু করবে, লেফট সাইড থেকে না রাইট সাইড থেকে? From which side you will start to calculate this example, this expression c equal to a plus b? Always left, always right side থেকে. It always start from the right side. Why? Because you will add these two value and then you will assign the value to c. So first you will start your applications or your evaluation from the right hand side instead of left hand side. That's why it is called right associated operator, right hand side associated operator, or its precedency from right to left instead of left to right. Not only this operator precedency, is all operator precedency is right to left, not left to right. Okay, so what is the job of this operator? Suppose if I will write this thing, plus equal to 2, can anyone tell me what do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? Plus equal to 2.
Increase the value 1. Increase the value 1. A plus equals 2.
No, no.
10,
A
10.
plus
A equals to A plus 2 plus
yes,
10.
yes. It will show, it will similar to like this
equals to A plus.
operation. A equal to A plus, similar operations it will give. Okay, please remember it. Oh, sorry. Initialization before. What error is giving? Expected initializer before plus equal to token.
Sir, you have initialized A 2 times with int.
Yes.
Line number 23.
A value has been given, A equal to 8. What it expected?
Sir, you have
Again, sir, you
int,
again
remove
write
the
int.
int in 23 line.
Yeah, again you can write int.
Yes. What we should write?
Sir, in line number
You
22,
should have
you have
removed
already
the
initialized
variable.
int.
Int. Like, just remove print length to int, but you write the data type int.
Oh, okay.
Use the same way.
2 times I have written. Sorry. Right. 2 times I have written the data type. Sorry. Right. X is I didn't define X. Okay. So it becomes 10. Right. So instead of plus, if we use any other operator like star, so it should be A equal to A star 2. That means 20. Sorry, 16, because A is 8. 8 into 2, 16. Clear? This is the job of this kind of assignment operator. So there are various kind of assignment operators are existing. Okay. Now you can either use these assignment operators directly, or you can use in this expression form. It's your choice. Okay. It is not mandatory that you have to use the assignment operator, but these operator we mainly use in case of assignment. Okay. Only equal to. So these are the also assignment operators. Okay, bitwise and assignment, right shift and assignment, logical shift and assignment. The same similar job it will do. I think you can understand this thing. If I will write A greater than equal to 2, that means A is equal to A greater than 2. The same job. Clear? Everyone clear? So it gives you a value 2. Right? Now some other important operators or special operators you can say. Okay, what are the special operators, the important operators? First is size of operator. It returns the size of a variable which will be passed as an argument of this operator. Okay, size of operator. Size of operator একটু অদ্ভুত operator. It is very peculiar, and this operator is looking like a function, but it's actually an operator. It's working like a function or method, but it's actually an operator. How the size of operator is working? Let's check it out. By the help of size of operator, we will be able to know the size of the data type of that variable which you are passing as an argument of that operator. What is argument passing? This is argument passing. This is called argument passing. Through the bracket of the operator, we are passing the variable, and this is called parameter passing or argument passing. Okay, so this size of operator is actually used to find out the size of the data type the variable occupy which will be passed as an argument or parameter of this size of operator. So what variable we will pass as an argument of the size of operator? A variable. What is the data type of the A variable? Integer, right? Now you can check that in this system, what will be the actual size of the integer? Understood? By the help of size of operator, you can check what will be the actual size of the integer. 2 byte na 4 byte? What it will take? 4 byte. The actual size of the integer in this system is 4 byte. Understood? Everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
So suppose I want to check the size of the variable s. The data type has to do with the variable s. That is the float. Check it out. The float size is also 4. So integer size and float size in this system are equal. 4, 4. Now we will check double. Double size আমি কত বলেছিলাম? 8. তাই তো? Means long float. 8. Is it clear to everyone? বুঝতে পারছো প্রত্যেকে? Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
this size of has a very, very important use while you will learn data structure in C in your next semester. It has a huge application, this size of operator. Okay. Now the second operator, return the address of a variable. Return the address of a variable. Very simple. By the help of this ampersand operator, আমি ampersand operator কি বলেছিলাম তোমাদের হয়তো মনে আছে. I have told that ampersand operator is technically called address of operator. If you remember, address of during the scanf description, I told that ampersand operator is called address of operator. So why it is called address of operator? Because it always returns the address of a variable that has been stored into a memory. কি বললাম? It will return the address of a variable that has been stored into a memory. So in your memory, which variable has been stored according to this program? A variable whose value is 8, right? A variable whose value is 8. So let's draw a box. Okay. And within this box, we will store A is equal to 8, right? So in this way, a block of memory has been created in your system. A block of memory has been created in your system, which will store the variable with a value A equal to 8. Right? And it's an integer type. So how much space it will occupy? 4 bytes. As per my system, I have already shown you the size of operator used, right? But it has some address which is called memory address or memory location, where the value has been stored in your system, in your memory. And that address will be specified by the processor itself, CPU itself. CPU specify করে what will be the address of this variable which you are working with. And that address may be a big number, like this. Okay, I don't know what will the address. It's totally the choice of the CPU or the processor, what address the value will be assigned for. Okay, it is totally a task or job of the processor. It is not my job. It is not the developer's job. Am I clear to you? Am I clear to you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So in future, by the help of this address, are you able to access this variable? Tell me. In future, by the help of this address, are you able to access this variable? Can you able to access this variable?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can access.
By
Obviously,
pointer.
কারো বাড়ি অ্যাড্রেস জানা থাকলে তাকে তুমি অ্যাক্সেস করতে পারবে তো? The same logic is applicable, na? If you know the address of your friend, obviously that friend is accessible to you. And if you don't know the address of your friend, then he or she is also not accessible, right? So to know the actual address, how it can be accessible with the help of address, that I will discuss in pointer chapter. We'll learn the pointer chapter in C, okay, at the end of our course. In that chapter, I will discuss how we can access the variable with the help of address. Right now, I just need to introduce what is the use of this address of operator or ampersand, or how we can fetch the address of a variable A with the help of ampersand. That means address of operator. And in this way, we can fetch just printf and ampersand A. Okay. This is the address of A variable. Is it clear to you? Is it clear to everyone, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But if you ask me,
Yes.
sir, how the CPU will give this address, I cannot give you any answer because it's totally choice of the CPU. Which memory location it will specify for your variable is totally choice of the CPU. The memory location which is free, that has been selected randomly by the CPU or the processor, and it will give you that one. So after some days,
অ্যাড্রেস চেঞ্জ করা যায়?
না মানে এখন এই মুহূর্তে পারবে না, একবার বন্ধ করে দিয়ে আবার যখন নতুন করে তুমি স্টার্ট করবে, again you will define a variable a with the same value, then it will take another address. আমি এখানে অন্য একটা ভেরিয়েবল নিলাম, সাপোজ ধরো b, দেখি এই অ্যাড্রেস চেঞ্জ হয় কিনা। ধরো 8 এর জায়গায় নিলাম 10, তুমি ভ্যালু নিতে পারো নাও নিতে পারো, doesn't matter.
চেঞ্জ হয়ে যাবে তো স্যার।
No, right now it will give the same address. ও ওই মেমরি লোকেশন বারবার র্যান্ডমলি করছে, মানে এর কোনো লজিক আমার কাছে নেই, রাইট? সাপোজ ইউ আর টেকিং ওয়ান মোর ভেরিয়েবল, এবার তুমি দেখো দুটো ভেরিয়েবল দুটো ডিফারেন্ট অ্যাড্রেস হবে, so we can check out the address. This is address of A and this is address of B. Next one will be the address of B, right? So this should be changed as A. Check it out. আচ্ছা এটা নিউ লাইন দিই, ঘরে ঘরে পড়ে যাবে। ক্লিয়ার? এভরিওয়ান ক্লিয়ার?
as a change হয়েছে, লাস্ট ডিটেইলস
Yes.
চেঞ্জ হয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ, যদি এটা A ভেরিয়েবল, দুটো আলাদা ভেরিয়েবল will occupy two different memory location, that's why two different address has been given. Obviously one variable resides in one memory location, other variable cannot reside in the same memory location. Okay, so that's why address has been changed. এবং মজার ব্যাপারটা দেখছো কি, এই দুটোর মধ্যে ডিফারেন্স কত বলতে পারবে? What is the difference between them in these two addresses?
4.
4. কেন 4 difference? Because it will
4 bytes, current is 4 bytes.
yes, it will assign two memory location consecutively. দুটো পাশাপাশি memory location assign করেছে তোমাকে। This is the memory location for A and this is the memory location for B. So A and this is the memory location for B. It will assign two consecutive memory location. So এটা থেকে এটার দূরত্ব, এটার যদি স্টার্টিং অ্যাড্রেসটা, suppose the starting address of A, starting address of A of what, 6487576. Suppose the starting address of A is 6487576. This is the starting address of A. Then what will be the starting address of B? Very simple, because the 4 byte size
Plus 4.
A will occupy
7580.
exactly. So just plus 4 will be added because the size of our integer variable is 4 bytes. Bytes, not bits. Bytes. Okay, 4 bytes means 32 bits. Everyone clear? Is it
Yes.
clear to everyone, right? Try to understand. যত বুঝবে তত মনে রাখতে কম হবে। Now, this is a pointer variable. Okay, let me show it. Pointer variable is something which will point to the address of a memory location. Okay, that means if we use a pointer variable can store an address of another variable. Suppose this is a pointer variable which will be represented in such a way, star p. This star is working here as pointer, not multiplication. Okay, make it clear. This star is working here as a pointer, not multiplication. So this star is working here as a pointer, not multiplication, right? So pointer variable is such kind of variable or such a special kind of variable which will hold the address of another variable. কি বললাম? Pointer variable is such kind of variable which can hold the address of another variable. Clear? So a variable address টা এখন কে hold করে আছে? Your pointer variable p. So here instead of ampersand a, can we write p? It will give the same output. It will give you the same output. দেখেছো
Yes,
অ্যাড্রেস
sir.
চেঞ্জ হয়েছে, দেখো অ্যাড্রেস চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে, দেখেছো? The address has been changed. Last time কি অ্যাড্রেস ছিল? 7576 and 7580. Here the address has been changed. 7568 7572. তো কখনো চেঞ্জ করবে CPU অ্যাড্রেস চেঞ্জ করবে, that only CPU knows. No one knows it. And if we print this one star p, can anyone tell me what it will give? Star p?
Value of the A.
Same.
Yes,
Mm,
star p will give the value of that variable. Okay, and this is called dereferencing. Dereferencing. operation, dereferencing operation, that we will discuss in more detail while we are covering the pointer chapter. These are just introduction of the pointer chapter. Okay. Star P will represent the value of that variable whose address has been stored in P. কি বললাম? Star P represents the value of that variable whose address has been stored in P, and this is called dereferencing operation. But only P will represent the address of a variable, okay, that has been declared with the help of star P as a pointer. Okay. Now the last one. After this, we will stop the discussion. Conditional expression. So everyone, please read this part. Operator precedence in C. I have already uploaded all these notes into my Google sites. You will get these notes, or even you will get these notes in Hash portal. Okay. Both the sites have has been stored the common notes. So please, everyone, read it out. In next class, I will ask you the question about the operator precedency. Okay, please. I have just given us some introduction about the operator precedency, right associative, left associative. Everyone, please read it out. Okay. Now, question mark, semicolon. This is a very important operator. This is called a conditional operator or ternary operator. Please remember, this is called a conditional operator or ternary operator. It's a very useful operator. What we are going to learn: ternary operator or conditional operator. Okay. What is ternary operator, conditional operator, and how it will look like? It will look like a question mark followed by a colon. A question mark followed by a colon. It's a very important, very important. This transition, ternary or conditional operator. Why it is called conditional? As the name it will suggest, you can understood that it is very much equal like an if else. Okay, if else will be used to represent conditions. Okay, looping conditions and branching. I already discussed during the flowchart. Here the question mark and semicolon. This question mark and colon. This conditional operator is just working like an if else. How it will look like? How it will represent? No, it is not showing here. Okay, let me show here. How it will represent? Try to understand what I am doing. Int x a greater than b. Try to understand. Okay. Question mark. Y equal to 1. Y equal to 0. Int a equal to 10, comma b equal to suppose 5. Now printf x. Printf %d. Now can anyone tell me what will be the output of these three statements? What will the output?
Sir,
One sir.
One.
Has been.
Okay.
Sir, one hobby, one.
Let's check it out. Oh, sorry, y is not declared. Okay, those who have said 1, they are correct. Okay, how it will come? Very simple. This question mark is working like a separator between a condition and a decision. What I have told, this question mark is working like a separator between the conditions and decisions. And condition has been written at the left hand side of this question mark, and decision has been written at the right hand side of this question mark. Clear? Now decision yes,
ট্রু ফলস এর মতো কাজ করছে
একদম
ট্রু
same.
ফলস এর মতো
True false means if and else এর মতন same. So after the question mark, before the colon, what I have said, after the question mark, before the colon, this statement is working like a true, and after the colon, this statement is working like a false. That means if condition will satisfy, this statement will execute. Okay, and if the condition does not satisfy, this statement will execute. Execute means it will be stored into the variable x. execute mean it will be stored into a variable x. So এখানটাতে কোন কন্ডিশনটা স্যাটিসফাই হচ্ছে কি হচ্ছে না, a greater than b, as per the value I have given, condition is 100% satisfied, a greater than b. So which statement will execute? This statement. And what value it will assign to x, that is 1. Okay, y equal to লেখার দরকারও নেই, আমার মনে হয় directly assign করে দেবে x এর মধ্যে, we don't need to write y. Okay, okay, so 1. Is it clear to you? Now suppose I am writing the same condition in some different way. C equal to suppose 7. Tell me which condition will be executed. This is a logical and more than 2 condition has been written.
0, sir.
A greater than b, is it true or false? Tell me.
This
True.
is true.
True. A less than
Never
c.
be less than C.
It is true or false? A less
False.
than c, it is true or false?
Yes.
False. So any
False.
one of the condition false. So as per the logical and, if any one of the condition false, it will always give 0. That means false part will
Yes, sir.
execute it. So it will execute 0. Clear? Everyone clear? And if we will write these things, for both the conditions are true, then it will execute true. That means 1. Clear? Within 1, you can directly write the statement print anything true. In this way, you can directly print instead of giving values. This is also applicable. অনেকগুলো ফর্ম আছে, everyone please go through the book. বেশ কয়েকটা ফর্ম আছে যদি আমি একটু মিস করে যাই। ওকে, 2 and 4 কোথা থেকে আসছে আবার? আচ্ছা, x টা আমি প্রিন্ট করেছি, x এর ভ্যালুটা printf 2, আচ্ছা ইন্টিজার দেওয়া আছে না, এই স্টেটমেন্টটা লিখলে তুমি কোনো ইন্টিজারের মধ্যে স্টোর করতে পারবে না। ওকে, actually you are giving the statement, right? You cannot store into an integer. It's a wrong thing. So you can directly print that statement within the printf. Okay, you don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. Sorry, you don't need to do it. You just make it column, comment line, and you can singly write this statement. That will be enough. It will do the job for you. Okay, because you have already done the printf along with this condition checking, so you don't need to write anything. Clear? বুঝতে পারলে? Is it clear to everyone? Ternary operator is clear to everyone? Okay, very good. So this is all about the various kinds of operators. Everyone please revise it. Okay, and in the next class I will give you 1 or 2 examples of operators and coding output, those kind of things, because in technical rounds in companies they have given such kind of examples. And then we will start our next topic, that is decision making and branching, that is if else, how to write if else loop and doing decision making and branching. Look, whatever logic we have already learned in Raptor in the form of flowchart, I am just going accordingly in the form of C programming language, C code. Okay, understood everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I'm just calling the roll number. Please everyone be responded. I think you have got the information according to your attendance. The management has notified it that attendance should be at least 75% to appear in the end examination. So those whose attendance is less than 75, I am sending your attendance record very soon to you. Okay, from there you can calculate your attendance less than 75 or not. Okay. Somarup Ghosh,
Present, sir.
Abdul Naim,
Present, sir.
Ritu Mahato,
Present, sir.
Arpan Mondal,
Present, sir.
Shahani Ghatak,
Present, sir.
Anjali Singh,
Present, sir.
Sudipta Saha,
Present, sir.
Shubhra Saha, Shubhra Saha, absent. Krishna Daipan Nandi,
Present, sir.
স্যার আমি প্রেজেন্ট আছি
কে?
তিয়াশা স্যার
টিয়াশা, আচ্ছা টিয়াশা প্রেজেন্ট আছো? তোমার সেই শরীর ঠিক আছে এখন?
হ্যাঁ স্যার
ওকে
হ্যাঁ স্যার
ওকে। অর্ঘ্যপল,
Present, sir.
সোরাশিস নাথ,
Present, sir.
মাননা মুখার্জি,
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার
সৈকত গুছায়েত,
Present, sir.
সৌভিক দাস, absent. ঋত্বিক পল,
Present, sir.
জয়শ্রী ঘোষ,
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার
সৈকত সরকার,
Present, sir.
সায়ন দাস,
Joshi present. Joshi.
শুভ্র সোম ঘোষ,
My problem.
ওকে শুভ্র সোম ঘোষ, শুভ্র সোম অ্যাবসেন্ট। আদেশ শর্মা,
Present, sir.
অর্ণব মন্ডল,
Present, sir.
তুষার যাদব,
Present, sir.
প্রান্তা অধিকারী,
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার
স্নেহাশিস দাসগুপ্ত,
Present, sir.
দেবাশিস শো,
স্যার শুভ্র সাহা
Present,
স্যার
sir.
প্রেজেন্ট, স্যার নেট কানেকশনের জন্য বেরিয়ে গেছিলাম।
আচ্ছা শুভ্র সাহা,
ইয়েস স্যার।
ওকে। অর্ণব ঘোষ,
Present, sir.
উজ্জ্বল জয়সওয়াল,
Present, sir.
সমীর মন্ডল,
Present, sir.
অঙ্কুশ মালিক,
Present, sir.
রূপসা চ্যাটার্জি,
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার
শুভদীপ বসাক,
Present,
শুভদীপ
sir.
বসাক, ঋত্বিক রয়,
Present, sir.
নিরঞ্জন মন্ডল,
Present, sir.
মানস মালিক,
Present, sir.
ঋদ্ধি হাজরা,
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
অরিত্র ভট্টাচার্য,
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার
সায়ন চৌধুরী,
Present, sir.
ঋষি আগরওয়াল,
Present, sir.
মোহাম্মদ আজল আশরাফ,
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার।
সুমন্ত দাস,
Present, sir.
তীর্থজ্যোতি নাগ, অ্যাবসেন্ট। রিজু সাঁতরা,
Present, sir.
হিমাংশু সাহা,
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার
সংকেত ঘোষ,
Present, sir.
শাশ্বত বাসু,
Present, sir.
অন্বেষা দে,
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার
রাহুল কুমার,
Present, sir.
ওকে। বাণীব্রত পাত্র, অ্যাবসেন্ট। রুজদা রহমান,
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার
আয়ুষ কুমার,
Present, sir.
Sir, Tirthajyoti Nag present. He is comment in the chat box.
করে দিয়েছি তীর্থজ্যোতি নাগ, আই মেড ইউ প্রেজেন্ট। ওকে ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ এভরিওয়ান, সি ইউ টুমরো ইন দ্য ল্যাব। ওকে,
Hello, sir. Thank you, sir.
হ্যাঁ থ্যাংক ইউ।
Hello, sir.
হ্যাঁ বলো।
My